This game's rated E for everyone, but it has alcohol references and the use of tobacco on the back of the box. Fuck that. We're not talking about Gran Turismo 7 today. We're not talking about your disappointment with Gran Turismo 7. We're talking about the alternatives that you can play right now to replace this game, because you probably need some burn heal from your game purchase, or you need to cleanse your eyes from what you've been seeing over the past few weeks, and I get it. I feel you. I'm right there with you. The good news is that you're spoiled for choice when it comes to racing games, because there's really something out there for everybody, and today we're going to be talking about those options. This video was inspired by the recent wave of subscribers that I've gotten, so if that's you, thanks. This video is for you, baby. And it's also for the other subscribers too, of course. I'm not going to leave you guys out. I mean, everybody can watch this. It's cool. We're just going to go to YouTube and search up gameplay for every single thing we're talking about. Some of these games that we're talking about are from my personal collection, and some of them I've never played. Don't really know why I have the fucking gall to talk about them when I've never touched them, but I'm just winging it, dude. We're just doing it. If you're looking for a sim, and I'm not talking about the game that all the teenage girls you knew in high school were playing, I'm talking about Simulation Racer, there's only two things you need to be looking at, and that's Assetto Corsa. Now, I say two things because there's two games involved with that. First off, you got Assetto Corsa Competizione. Assetto Corsa Competizione is a straight-up grand touring car simulation racing game where you're just playing on the tracks, and it's all competitive and it's all realistic. It's your circuit racing format under a certain specific set of conditions. You can see this guy over here is just killing it right now. This may not be your cup of tea, but if you're looking for a simulation game in the competitive atmosphere, this is probably one you need to look at. But if you're looking to kick back a little more and you're looking for one that I'm more familiar with, we can take a look at Assetto Corsa. Can't really see it here in the camera frame, but whenever I bring somebody over and they want to try out the sim racing rig, my go-to is always Assetto Corsa, every time. With realistic driving physics, VR support, and a limitless number of cars and tracks that you can download at any time, it makes for the perfect sim racing experience when you want to just jump into a car and go.
You can get a Ford Transit on Seattle Circuit.
If you're looking for more of the progression style elements in a game like Gran Turismo has, you're not going to find it here. It's very bare bones. You get a car, a track, and that's pretty much it. If you want to go online, you can find multiplayer servers and lobbies where you can kick back. This game is pretty much the standard when it comes to things like sim drifting. If you've ever seen sim racing drifting videos, a lot of the times it's probably Assetto Corsa, and for good reason. I've logged over 50 hours into this game just playing by myself in an empty track fucking around, and I think that's just a testament to how fun it is to play in this game. But if you're looking for I want to put my money where my mouth is and stick it to the man and take my business somewhere else type of gaming experience, obviously you're going to be looking at the Forza Motorsport or Horizon series. I'd argue that Forza Motorsport has been Gran Turismo's direct competitor dating all the way back to the original Xbox. This game followed very closely to the Simcade racing formula, wanting to give people that simulation style experience but still kind of ease on the driving elements to make it still fun and accessible. The weird thing about talking about their newest release, Forza Motorsport 7, though, is that you can't currently really officially buy it, kinda. They delisted it from the Microsoft Store, so you can't buy it new on PC, and I believe if you're buying a physical copy of it, you're buying it third party. You can still buy Motorsport and play it all the way, but it's just a little weird that they completely delisted it. Of course, it's not Gran Turismo. The progression isn't going to work the same. It's not going to give you the same immersive story experience. When I say story, I'm talking about the progression through the tournaments and stuff. You know, it's not the same, but if you're looking for the most direct competition, I would argue that that's going to be this all the way, and you can get it for a pretty reasonable price. Also, if you just want to fuck around and have fun in an open world, just go get Horizon 5. I searched this game in my video result was the first option. That's kind of funny. Here's a game you probably weren't expecting in this list, a kart racer. And not just any kart racer, baby. We're talking about Mod Nation Racers again, because I did a video on this because I think it's such an awesome game that you should definitely find a way to experience. Now, while this is your fun, happy-go-lucky kart racing experience, it's got all the homages to your classic racing experience. You play the story mode, it's got sportscasters announcing the entire race. If you want to customize your kart or your racer, there's all these imaginary sponsorship decals that fit the universe that you can put on them, just like you can in Gran Turismo 7. There's also a track builder, so you could just recreate Trial Mountain and Deep Forest Raceway in this kart racing game. I'm recommending it because it's just a fun-ass racing game that you can play on your PS Vita, PSP, and PS3, and PC if you have a capable enough PC to run the PS3 emulator. If you like kart racers and you've been sleeping on this one, go check it out. Here's one that I haven't played, but I'm putting it in here because I almost completely wrote this fucking game off because I was like, oh, Gran Turismo 7's coming out, so who really cares? But after watching some more information on this game, I think this is one that we should definitely check out because it's looking pretty damn good, and that's Grid Legends. Now, like every other fucking game on this list, it's not going to be for everybody because it's not a simcade. The driving is a little less realistic, and by a little less realistic, I mean a lot less realistic because it's more akin to a Ridge Racer than it is a NASCAR Heat. This game's pushing a story mode, cockpit view, really great visuals. I mean, the nighttime rain racing elements, that looks really good. I mean, I gotta play it for that. All being tied together in a complete package that I haven't seen any mention of microtransactions in has me extremely interested now. Grid Legends will not contain any microtransactions. It says it right here on Google, so it has to be true. If you were sleeping on this one because you were interested in Gran Turismo, maybe it's worth taking a second look at now. Yeah, we're about to talk about another arcade-style racing game. This is my video. If you don't like it, fuck you. I do what I want. If you're young enough to have not experienced the boom in popularity that was the tuner car scene, you're doing yourself a disservice to not go check out Need for Speed Underground, the original one. Because while everybody holds Need for Speed Underground 2 to this high pedestal and everybody crowns it as the greatest tuner car racing game ever, we gotta put some respect on the name of the original here because this is the one that pretty much started all of it. And I think because it was more of a linear game and not an open world game, a lot of the visual elements hold up a lot better too. I mean, you remember it, the racing tracks with those shortcuts that were total bullshit, but they were total adrenaline rushes. Hopping these hills like the dude's doing here, or hopping over the train tracks. It's kind of crazy how easily this game could have been rebranded as Fast and Furious the game, because obviously the Fast and Furious movie franchises inspired this game, which also inspired a whole new wave of tuner car enthusiasts who were inspired by the movie, who initially inspired the movie. It's crazy, man. You might look at this and think, well, I could just play Need for Speed Heat. Don't play Need for Speed Heat. I'm sorry to anybody that likes Need for Speed Heat, but I cannot fucking stand the driving model in that game. I tried to play it, and it felt like my car was on rails, and then when your car did a donut, it felt like it just went into this donut animation, and it wasn't actually the car physics doing it. If you went slightly up a hill, your car would just rev and rev and rev. The Miata drove nothing like a Miata. That's literally so off-brand for this video, nobody cares. I just thought I would mention, if you haven't played Need for Speed Underground, or it's been a while, you should go check it out again. I think we'll wrap this video up, ending on more of an ironic note here. If you're new to the Gran Turismo series and you were picking up Gran Turismo 7, or you were interested in Gran Turismo 7 thinking, I want to pick up the best Gran Turismo, I want the Gran Turismo game that I should jump into the series with right now. And if you were thinking it's 7, I'm sorry, dude, because it's 4. Look, man, make no mistake, this game probably doesn't have the best driving model, and it's definitely not the prettiest, but when it comes to the most complete Gran Turismo experience, I think it would be hard to beat 4. The game is so well-rounded, and it has just the perfect amount of everything you would want in a Gran Turismo game. First off, this was PS2 generation. There's absolutely zero internet-connected bullshit going on here. No microtransactions, no DLC. This might be the last Gran Turismo game where they were like, we can't add any of this stuff after the game comes out. Let's give them the most complete experience that we can right now. Boasting almost double the amount of cars in Gran Turismo 7, a photo mode, really great circuit racing. I think there's like a drag racing test strip you can do, tuning options, customization options, and all of this being able to be done on your own fruition through an offline experience. I would say this is probably one of the best, most complete Gran Turismo experiences you can play if you're wanting to jump into the series for the first time. You can truly get that feel of jumping in Grandma's economy car and taking it for a race around the circuit, dropping the ride height, tilting the wheels out on the Honda today, and just having a great time. And hell, man, if you want the best visuals, go emulate this on a PC. It's not really hard to run now, and you can probably make this look really good. I think you might be impressed with how good this game actually is for the time that it came out. If you want more information on it, I actually did a Gran Turismo 4 video that you can check out. It really just puts into perspective what we got with the return to form Gran Turismo title GT7. Special mention goes to Beam for being a fun-ass, surprisingly well-tuned racing game where you can kind of do whatever you want and just smash the cars up to oblivion in. That's really fucking fun. Spent a lot of time with my friend playing that one. But I thought it would be fun to just take a look at some alternative experiences. If you've been kind of feeling soured on the racing game thing, maybe it's worth checking out some other titles and giving them a shot before going back to Gran Turismo 7. Or maybe just holding off a little bit till they update it with an offline patch, which they're obviously Not gonna do. But if you want some more of my videos, again, I got the Gran Turismo 4 video, I got a good Mod Nation Racers video, and I got more videos I plan on dropping soon, including another Gran Turismo one. And if you're sick of me talking about Gran Turismo or racing games, I got another video in the works that's going to be really fun. This one is one that I've been wanting to do for a while, so it's gonna be worth sticking around for. All that being said, guys, it's been T. Hopefully I'll see you again soon. Hopefully you enjoyed this one. And yeah, that's all I got. Peace. Mamma mia. I'd say that Forza Motorsport is Nintendo's. I'd argue that Forza Motorsport has. What is going on with my voice? You play through the story mode, it's got the announcers up on the fucking sportscaster bullshit. Because it's more akin to a Ridge Racer than it is a NASCAR Heat. What a stupid fucking comparison.